when you're asking, you get what you want. If you're asking for money, you get it. If you're asking for happy, you get it. If you're asking for health, you're getting it. And we're looking at the trend lines. So are you trending? I mean, you could say, I want money tomorrow. I wouldn't recommend that in the examples I like to work in, because when you work in the law of attraction, there's a very simplistic view of it. I think The Secret, I have all my clients watch The Secret, but it's very simplistic. I think there are 9 things wrong with it. I don't tell them that before they watch it. I'm just say watch it, read it for what you think about it. But you know, in this, oh, I'm going to attract this, the law of attraction can be very tricky. So for example, someone will say, well, like, I can't manifest like an entire crop tomorrow, can I? So they'll go, well, so ask for what? You know, and when? Well, you can't manifest a crop because wheat is life. The things on the planet are living things. So you can't tell wheat to germinate in a day. You can't tell an oak tree to be a maple tree. That's not your control. But you can say, I want to be the most amazing farmer. I want to, you know, acquire the latest information. I want to know what to do. And so you're now studying farming, and so how you water, how you weed, how you manage your fields, etc. We can look at that farmer and we can see the trend line is going up and their crop is getting green and getting bigger. So asking and tracking it to what you want and then observing the trend of it is a great way to know that everything's congruent. Now, if every crop you put in, just as you get to the end, something destroys the field, whether it's locust, whether it's hailstorm, you end up in the hospital for 3 weeks and nobody waters, or blah blah blah. It's a metaphor. But if you find yourself not getting what you want or sabotaging your request, then now what we can look at is generally there's going to be an unask in place, and generally it's going to be in some subconscious form. There'll be some I ask, but at a greater level. That's a greater than symbol. There's going to be a subconscious embedded command that says, yeah, no, I don't really want it. Now, for purposes of this call today, if you want to, again, you can write me a longer email. We're going to be on 5 o'clock next week, which is October 26th. We'll do this call again. If you send me a long email and says, Bill, here's a page, and again, you can use your name, you can make it anonymous. I'll change information around. You make it anonymous. You don't tell me the exact thing, but if you tell me what it is, I can show you some pretty amazing analysis, of how this ask and unask takes place. But in general, the very first thing I look to is if you're not getting what you want, there's an unask somewhere in the system, because the system is designed. And then now the more you understand the system, the more epic your request is, the more epic your challenges are, the more difficult the trend lines are. But in general, based on that question, it tends to be someone who has less than what they want, or doesn't have the money, doesn't have the love, doesn't have the health they want. And they say, oh, I'm asking, I really, 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 really want all this stuff. But somewhere else, there's also saying, yeah, nah, if I have that, if this happens, something negative is going to happen to me. And you don't always tend to see it.